This is the threefold operation of the devil in the world. Anybody who is under the influence of the devil is suffering 1, 2, or 3 of these things. Either he's losing something, or something is being destroyed in his life, or death is reigning. Listen, people are suffering in this world. When Jesus sent us out, he was not trying to start a religious movement. He was trying to save humanity. People are suffering. The pains that many go through, if you witness it, you will literally be heartbroken. I heard the story of a woman that had an ulcer on the leg, and the injury ate up part of her bone. And so every evening, the moment is 4:30 to 5, the pains becomes unbearable, and she will shout like that till morning the next day. And she has had that challenge for more than 11 years. Imagine somebody shouting with pains every night for 11 years. What we are talking about is not a joke. Power is not drama. It's not something God gives you to create impression. It's to help humanity. People are in pains. This is why Jesus moved from city to city, from village to village. He couldn't rest. People are dying. At one point he said, I am stretched. That means Jesus was so stretched, he was so broken by reason of the stress he subjected himself to, yet he will not stop. If you study Matthew chapter 8 to Matthew chapter 10, you saw Jesus moving from place to place. After 3 days on the mountain, he descended. He saw a man that was leprous. That means that man could not climb. So the man was waiting for him at the foot of the mountain. The moment he came down, the man said, if you are willing, you can make me whole. He said, I'm willing, stretch your hands. The man was healed. He was on his way to Peter's house, because while they were on the mountain, Peter's mother-in-law was sick. He came and said, arise. The woman stood up. The fever left her. That same evening, in verse 16, the Bible said the whole city came to him. The question is, who were the people he was ministering to? A whole city came, and they struggled to touch him that they may be healed. And he healed them, and he escaped into the backside to pray. The disciples came to him. He said, let's go to the other side. And he crossed over and healed the madman of Gadara, and crossed over because they chased him from the land, and came, and he continued like that, because many are dying. As we are talking now, if we took a census here and say, if your relative is sick, raise your hand, you'll be shocked. So this is not something that is far off. This is something that is with us. Even while we are yet here, many are sick that will be healed tonight. Because the devil cometh not but for to kill, to steal, and to destroy. He's a wicked entity. For some persons, he doesn't just kill them, he put them in pains for many years, because he enjoys seeing men tormented. I was sharing with them in Port Harcourt, and I told them God had no weakness until he created man. The only weakness the devil discovered in God was his love for humanity. And so one job the devil does is to plunder humankind, because he knows that the only way he can get to God is to deal with man. It was because of man that God condescended and left his throne. It was because of man that God took upon himself sin. It was because of man that God died. God was buried, to show you God's connection to man. And the devil knows. And so one thing he wants to do is to plunder man, because so long as man is in pains, God will not rest.